Hey everyone. That was the scene those of us who read Fire and Blood had expected, but it played out differently than it did in the books. I'm going to break all of it down, but first, the scene itself was presented breathtakingly well. And choosing to have the final moments above the clouds so that we could all clearly see it was smart. Emotionally, it was difficult to watch, probably even more so for those of us that read the book and knew what was coming. Seeing Lucerys run outside with the rain pouring down on him and Arrax, and then watching them both run to each other was heartbreaking. They brilliantly filmed these moments to show essentially two babies, one a fledgling dragon, and the other a 13-year-old boy, trying to escape what we're led to believe is a monster atop a monstrous dragon. But on the show, they don't portray Aemond to be the resolutely evil person we were presented in the book. Here are two lines from Fire and Blood that summed up that scene. It was a bad day for flying, even for a dragon, and Arrax was struggling to stay aloft when Prince Aemon mounted Vhagar and went after him. Had the skies been calm, Prince Lucerys might have been able to outfly his pursuer, for Arrax was younger and swifter, but the day was as black as Prince Aemon's heart. For the second time, book readers were thrown a curveball. The first was Laenor's fake death. This time, I think the decision will be more divisive for people. The most important thing, though, we have to keep in mind is that Fire and Blood is the Maester's account of what happened. It's a history, so there will be inaccuracies in it. And I think the path that they chose definitely gives the character of Aemon even more depth. The big question is, though, why didn't Vhagar listen to him? Vhagar was hesitant about burning Laena. She begged her to, and Vhagar eventually did it. This scene is similar, with Aemon pleading, but this time Vhagar does not obey. It's understandable for a younger dragon, like Arrax, to not listen to Lucerys. They're the most difficult to control, so it makes sense that it's fear that both the dragon and Lucerys were feeling that made Arrax shoot fire at Vhagar. But Vhagar is around 180 years old now, and doesn't have the same sort of recklessness and inexperience as a baby dragon. Yet it all does tie in with what King Viserys said at the start of the season. He was very reluctant about the role of dragons when he said, "The idea that we control the dragon is an illusion." He also was the rider of Balerion, Aegon the Conqueror's dragon that lived over 200 years. So perhaps Viserys saw things in Balerion, a stubbornness and independence in his older age. Even though Viserys did honor Balerion with a memorial, the area where the candles remained lit around his skull, he never did claim a new dragon. So for me, while I was surprised with the direction they went and the scene was gut wrenching, I thought it worked. I know a lot of people won't like it, and I can understand why some will struggle with Vhagar's role in all of this. But as you grapple with it, there are some things to consider. We don't really have a definitive playbook on the relationship between a dragon and its rider. In Game of Thrones, Dany had to chain up Rhaegal and Viserion to keep them under control, and even Drogon, who she bonded with most closely, just went off and did his own thing. And then finally and dramatically, he returned when she was in danger. It was also Daenerys that said, "A dragon is not a slave." Moving forward in the story, the role that dragons play will be even more of a variable. And this will open up a larger discussion, debate, and re examination about the relationship between riders and their dragons. And ultimately, I think that's a good thing for the show. And this is probably a good place to leave this one. Let me know how you felt about the scene, what you liked and didn't like. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And if you're interested in more House of Dragon content throughout the off season, listen to Caraxes and subscribe. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon.